Welcome back to Episode Boyfriend. This is Saida.
And I'm Chancellor. Welcome back, guys.
Evening, everyone. And guess what we got today? We have a Sample Sniff Saturday.
Saturday, it's Sample Sniff Saturday, Saturday, Sample Sniff Saturday, yeah.
I like that. Well, Sample Sniff Saturday. And guess what fragrance we have today? Guerlain.
Stay tuned, guys.
Stay tuned.
Special thanks to some of our newest subscribers or some of our newest commenters. I think Cyp, CYP. I don't know if it's SIP or Cyp. And then also Mr. Passport Powell. Thank you so much for your comments, guys. We look forward to engaging with you guys. Let us know what you guys are wearing right now. What are some of the summer vibes, some of the summer fragrances that you're trying to wear out at night or just throughout the day or wherever. So
yeah, and also thank you for the other subscribers who have been answering, in regards to what fragrances you wear for the summer and your different combinations with body wash and lotions and whatnot. Like, I really enjoy that. You know, it's nice to pamper yourself and smell beautiful. So I'm sure everyone smells beautiful that's watching. All right, everyone. So today we have Guerlain's Fragrance House, and we actually have a particular collection by Guerlain. I have samples from that collection, and the collection is called Matière. So, please excuse if I pronounce that incorrectly. Try my hardest, believe me. So first up, let's get right into it. We have Angelique Noire from the collection. I love Angelique Noire. So we spoke about Angelique Noire in another video of mine, of ours, when we talked about a fragrance that was similar to this in a way. When I say similar, not a dupe, but it reminded us a lot of this. It was the Velvet Vanilla. It had that Angelica note in there, that green note. And I would say with this one, you get a similar vibe, but very sophisticated. You get that greenness, you get a vanilla, a sweetness, and this is very sophisticated and very clean and warm, but not like, I would say it's a great 4-season fragrance.
I like that you use the word sophistication because it's a subtle sophistication. It's vanilla, it's sweet, it's classy. It kind of reminds me of Velvet Vanilla by Matière. I get hints of, I know there's pear in there, but I get more hints of like nondescript fruits like on the opening.
Really? Oh.
And just overall, it's just like a really like pleasant, soft, feminine scent. I really do like it. I like it on Saida.
So for me, I don't know that I'm actually smelling fruit. So chances right, there's a pear note in there. Of course, see the notes on the screen. The pear, I do get a juiciness, and now that I think about it, I can kind of smell pear, but mostly I just get a very green, sweet note, and I get a vanilla note in there that's not like cloying. It's not like a cake or an edible vanilla.
Not bold
It's
at all.
almost like, it's almost like if you were to see vanilla in its natural state and see the dried beans and you just gave it a whiff before they start mixing it with sugar and other stuff like that. Almost like you would get that kind of vanilla. It's not bitter. It's just very soft and light and refreshing. I think it'll be great for all 4 seasons. And it's nice for someone who's not really into gourmands, but they're not really into florals. I think they should enjoy this because it's not like straight up white floral. It's really pleasant. Try Angelique Noire. And next we have Umbra de Laine. And Umbra de Laine, it's very like solar floral. You get like the pungent, I wouldn't say pungent. Pungent's not a good word. The tropical florals, but it's not like a beachy scent. You can smell like the ylang with that kind of banana waxy scent. You almost can smell like what you think is tuberose to some degree, but not tuberose like straight up like bubblegummy tuberose. It's very floral. It's very pretty. Now, it's not one of my favorites from the collection, but I really do. Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy smelling it, but if I could own all of them, I would love to have this. It'd be great for a certain occasion. Like if you're maybe walking through an English garden, or it's one of the things like situational fragrance, but maybe not an everyday fragrance for me, or one that I would pick above others in the collection.
And this wasn't a love for me. This is a deep, sweet floral. Don't get me wrong, it's a very pleasant scent, but it's like there's bergamot in there, which I got no hint of at all. I get a slight bit. have to really dig and search for it, but I do get some of that slight ozonic saltiness like during dry down, which kind of makes it a little bit more unpleasant for me. Or no, I'm not even going to use the word unpleasant. I'm not going to say that, but it's more of a you know what I mean? It's like I like how it opens again, very floral, very feminine. Like I like it, but I don't love it.
The next one we have here, Tonka Imperiale. Wow. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. This is a knock your socks off.
Tonka Imperiale is like a powdery vanilla Tonka. I would say it reminds me a lot of Fève de Suisse. I think by Dior Maison Dior collection. Excuse me if I pronounced it incorrectly, but it's the Fève de Suisse. Is that Tonka fragrance? It has like that kind of cherry note, and you get almondy, and vanilla, and it just smells really like really pleasant, very soft, almost like soft woods, and it's I would say it's definitely unisex.
It's definitely a his and hers. I like it both on myself and cider. There's what are in the notes, sweetie?
Oh yeah, bitter almond, rosemary, bergamot, tonka, tobacco, jasmine, incense, cedar, and pine.
Now, to be fair, like that incense or whatever, I do get some of that incensey, herbally, almond, cherry like scent. Again, it's great for his and hers or whatever. A great fall scent for me personally. I would love it on cider. And for myself. And
I just remembered of what this reminded me of. So initially when I smelled this, I thought of one of my other fragrances. Not that it smells like it, but it reminds me along the lines. If you really love Gentle Fluidity Gold by MFK, I think you'll really enjoy this fragrance. Not that they smell like, but they kind of have that similar vibe, that pininess, the vanilla, the elegant clean, the very unisex, but then just like like I said, not a gourmand, vanilla, smoky. It's great. I think it definitely will stand out.
Stand out in the crowd.
Alright, so next we have here Musky Ultra Blanc.
Oh my god.
Very clean.
Woo!
Very clean and musky.
Oh yeah, man.
Fragrance. So it has in there white musk, neroli, musk mallow, orange blossom, iris, rose, milk, sandalwood, and white amber.
I do get a hit of that ozonicness in it, but I still do like the neroli and musk opening though.
Right. The neroli. Initially it smells really, really pleasant, but I was picking up that milk note, and I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's in there somewhere.
I do not drink milk. I do not like milk ever since I was a kid. So because I picked up that slightly milkiness, in the sense of it doesn't smell spoiled or bad or anything like that. It's just more like it reminds me. It's almost like I think it's pleasant, but I wouldn't want to wear it.
It's funny just because it's like when cider gets certain ozonic smells, she'll really start to like she'll get physically sick. And even though
I saw the gag.
Yeah, she really will. So things like eggs, things like milk, things like
eggs,
that.
Milk, Let me give you know how you ever see like the cat videos and the cats go ugh. Like you let the cat smell the pickle, he's like ugh. Like I do that. And
the opening to this, it was right. It caught my attention, but during dry down again, it did start to slip in some of that ozonic, milky smell or whatever. And it was like, okay, I was on the edge of my seat, but then I'm like, okay, I'm sitting back.
And for me, you know what? Not so much on paper. On paper, it smells really, really good. It's when I sprayed it on my skin, I got the milkiness. So like maybe you wouldn't get the milkiness or that kind of ozonic. Maybe you might find it pleasant. Oh, ozonic and humid and air and just like just like surroundings, almost that's what you get. It smells like you're outdoors almost. Like it's very fresh, refreshing, like air's flowing, But like I said, for me, I pick that note, that milky note comes up, and it's like no. We have your Cruel Gardenia.
Man, this one opening. This was a knock your socks off for me. Oh, and it's still holding.
Yeah, so we have rose, neroli, peach, gardenia, violet, ylang ylang, musk, tonka bean, sandalwood, and vanilla.
Musk heaven.
I definitely get that gardenia in there. I get the neroli, no violet, a bit of ylang ylang, not the tonka, a bit of sandalwood. So I would say if you don't want a traditional white floral, but you don't want to stray too far from the traditional white floral, in the sense of you don't want like a fragrance that's too heavy and kind of like that heavy tuberose and gardenia. but you want something that's still fresh, but then it's still going to be elegant and in line with the white floral, like in the sense of that intensity of the florals. I think you really enjoy Cruel Gardenia. It almost has a slight spiciness to the Gardenia, in the sense of not spicy like a food or a actual spice you cook with. It's just like a it's very interesting. It's like a spiked up Gardenia. It's not like too buttery. It's almost like it has like a tangy or a tartness to it.
Almost like freshness, like as if you just got the shower. It's a long lasting. It's that fresh, clean scent where you just got the shower. You get some of that on you, and you're good to go for the summer and spring.
Maybe not as fresh as that, but at least not for me. But I can see where Chance is going with this. Yeah, yeah, you know that's okay. I can see where he's going with it. On to the next one. We have here Spirituous double vanille or vanilla. Again, we have like a kind of vanilla, cherry, smokiness.
Yeah, spiciness.
Right. And now we have incense, pink pepper, bergamot, cedar, ylang-ylang, rose, jasmine, vanilla, and benzoin.
I'm getting some of that pink pepper. It masks it kind of overshadows the bergamot, but the vanilla it stands out, and it's a dry vanilla too. It's not the sweet sticky vanilla. It's not edible. It's not like a gourmand or anything like that, but it's very smooth. I like it. I like kind of like the dry vanilla sometimes. I
would prefer to smell it on a man. I think this would be great. Me and Chance were kind of talking about the kind of guy. We're thinking that a man, you know, he's at like one of those cigar
bars with a bottle of with like a glass of bourbon, low ball, like with one of those huge like ice cubes in them. Yeah, and he's wearing like a wool suit with some kind of pattern, either plaid or something on there, and he has those little tiny glasses that are round or something like that. And he's like in the early 1900s. He's like, I think about the time frame, like in the Mummy movie, you know, with Brendan Fraser, like he kind of looked with his hair swept aside, like that kind of thing. Yeah, with the part down there. Parachute pants, kind of, maybe like that, but only he's not fighting mummies. He's inside having a smoke and a drink before, you know, after a long journey. There you go. Smoking a pancake. All right, on to the next one here. Next we have Rose Cherie. Wow. Yeah. Beautiful. Rose Cherie is great. Feminine all the way. Fellas, you're definitely going to want to smell this on your woman's side. And what's in the notes? All right, we have rose, violet, heliotrope, tonka, and musk. Mm-hmm. This is very gorgeous, fluffy, sweet. It's very bright. Soft, powdery, yeah. Yes, and it's a skintimate or whatever. This is great for date night. This is great for just like nights out in the town. Like you want your woman to be all up under you fellas, and you want to smell that. You want to smell this in her hair, on her skin, behind her neck, behind her ears, everywhere. Like ladies, don't sleep on Rose Cherie. Rose Cherie. Yeah, you get like violet in here, but it's not like the candy sweet violet, but it's kind of sweet. And then heliotrope gives you kind of an almondy kind of sense, so that gives you like a powdery cherryness to it a bit. Tonka, I would say this fragrance reminds me, it's in line with a couple of fragrances that I consider very elegant and in line with this. So Penhaligon's the favorite. Not that it smells like that, but I would say it's in line with that, for the same kind of mood you get with that ultra feminine and very soft and powdery and just and I would say this fragrance actually smells quite similar to a fragrance I own. It's a discontinued Guerlain fragrance. It's French Kiss. It's from the Les Elixirs. I can't remember the exact line, but it's called French Kiss, and it's been discontinued. And it was like notes of, it was lipsticky, raspberry with violet, and like it was quite not similar in the sense of a dupe for it, but it falls in line with this kind of fragrance. So when I smell it, I'm like, oh yeah, I would love to have this one too, since that's been discontinued, and I like to fragrance hoard. So next we have Iris Torrefie. Torrefie, yep. Another beautiful, elegant fragrance. Oh yeah, gentlemen, you definitely, this is unique to me. What's in the notes, sweetie? Yeah, you have coffee, cardamom, bergamot, iris, musk mallow, leather, tea, vanilla, and amber. So on the opening, I'm getting like a lot of the iris and the coffee. It's like a rich smoothness, and then. Dark coffee, no milk. Dark coffee. No sugar. Yes, and then it's like this rich, leathery, soft smoothness that kind of just sets it off. It's like it's a classic male's fragrance. I would love this in the fall and the winter on me. How would you think it was? Funny, before you said that, I thought this was very feminine. Because I own a lot of iris-based fragrances.
that lipsticky-ness to it in there, but with a coffee, and I think chances are it's unisex, but he says that he strictly can smell this on men too. I can say like the powderiness, it's not baby powder, it's like a very elegant waxy. It has a lipstick kind of iris to it, but it's not lipsticky in the sense of too cosmetic scent because it has that coffee in there too. So you almost think you're smelling coffee versus smelling the lipsticky. They blend beautifully together. You know, that's a must-have too, especially for fall. Like I would say that gentleman that's having a smoke and the brandy can also wear that.
You may want to have a conversation with a guy that's wearing that.
Right, exactly. There you go. They're both. Wouldn't it be nice? They're both sitting by the fire, and one has that on, and the other has the other fragrance on. What was the other fragrance on? That I said that too. Spiritus. Double vanilla. Then last one we have here is Bois de Armine. Oh wow. With this one, I get instancy. I get an instancy powdery. Incense powder. It has incense, iris, pink pepper, benzoin, gaiac wood, coriander, kupahu balm, patchouli, and white musk. I get patchouli, I get iris, I get incense.
I get some of the iris, get some of the pink pepper, maybe some of the coriander. But this one specifically wasn't a love for me. This was kind of like it almost felt like I'm in woodshop, well at least during opening, it's like I'm in woodshop class. I don't know if you guys have ever had woodshop class, but imagine like all the wood, like somebody sawing the wood with the sawdust machine or the sawmill, and you're eating like a cupcake or a cookie or something like that up in there. It's kind of a mix of that.
Oh wow.
But it doesn't wow me. It's kind of like, okay, well I'm eating a cookie in woodshop class or fudge or something like that. But,
I like to have the moments, you know, because these are pretty expensive, these fragrances, and the more you kind of say it's not a love for me, the ones you can kind of focus on.
So Saida, now is the moment of truth, like where we're going to name our top 3. Saida's going to name her top 3 from the line, and then I'm going to name my top 3. So Saida, what we got?
I have Angelique Noire, then Rose Cherie, then Iris Torrefie.
So I have Iris Torrefie at number 3, Tonka Imperiale at number 2, and then at number 1 I have Angelique Noire.
So yeah, have you tried any of these fragrances? Now I've been ordering from Guerlain for the last year, and I've acquired these samples over a year. So it's not like I just order. They give you 3 samples per every order. So every time I just like order fragrances from this collection because I just want to test them because I wanted to get into those, but those bottles are beautiful, but they're quite expensive. So I want to see if I love any of them before I start pulling them.
So guys, thank you again for joining us for another Sample Sniff Saturday with us tonight. Thank you for joining us for another evening with Sample Sniff Saturday. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section. We always look forward to them. So until next time, we'll see you guys in the next video.
All right, bye.
Bye guys.